We're at 3976 Malar Drive. I think it's Malar or Mular in Sharonville. Doing a sanitary lateral inspection. There's been some backups and stuff, and so we want a second opinion here. So we're doing an inspection from the clean out just to the left of the front door. We're looking for any structural issues. It sounds like there has been a decent amount of root intrusion, and so they're thinking that that's where it all started. So if you can tell, we are by the front door here. Goes turned around on itself. Now we're going downstream. We are in cast iron, and it switches over to clay right here. It seems like this is concrete. I think I went from clay to concrete pretty quickly. Just going by all the rough edges on it, it's kind of hard to tell the discoloration. There's a little bit of roots. Yeah, this is definitely concrete. And now we're in clay. So, in another section of concrete. This is kind of odd. So I'm not exactly sure what that material is. It looks like exposed aggregate on concrete, but it's weird that there are clay sections like this. And now it looks like we are in clay, and then back to concrete. And I am all the way, made it all the way to the main. So I'm pulling back. I'm gonna get a second look at it and see if I can actually maybe put a standoff on it and get a little bit better look at what's going on there. I'm gonna pause the video for a second so I can answer this phone call. I apologize. Okay. I just want to make sure I can see everything since there is since the sun is so bright. So So there is a little bit of a drop off separation right there at a connection, and so I will check that spot at 44 feet. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a standoff on this and go back through it. That was the only thing I saw. It was about 44 feet. You still see a little bit of remnants of a little bit of roots, but nothing that would be, it looked like the last cleaning got rid of most of it. There were only a couple little tiny things that hung off. So, and something like that would take a few years to grow back, I would say. Okay, so we put the standoff on it, and we're going to go ahead on back through. So we can just get a little bit better look at the high side. Said we really didn't see a whole lot of It is weird. It goes from clay to concrete, and then it has a couple spots with some clay, but it's mostly concrete. It's definitely a strange assembly of pipe. I don't think I've ever seen one like that before. So you can kind of see it shaking. That's the fingers dragging on that concrete. The only spot I saw is there's a section at about 44 feet. I believe that's the one that was called attention to before. There's a little bit of roots there. It's 36 feet. There's a little bit of separation there. That's where some roots are coming in. That's kind of reference that to a licensed plumber. They'll take a look at that. There's another section. It's like that's just a turn where it's kind of turning. They roll these over a little bit and back when they tie in with the main. There was another small section of clay. That's the weirdest thing. I don't think I've ever seen a line assembled like this with just small sections of clay in between concrete. And then once you get out in the street, see there's a couple more sections of clay and then some more concrete. But it looks like where the tap in the main is all concrete. There we go, looking into the main again. So we've gone through it twice. And there's a slight separation there at about 44 feet, but it's kind of a judgment call there. That is again. We are all the way back again. So, until we're out of the line. So, this is going to get passed on and for further evaluation, but that will end the inspection at 3976 Millar Drive in Sharonville, Ohio.